I don't handle Heartbreak. One thing I will never do again. 2 times the drama. What up 17, it's Joshua Bassett, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a mozzarella prosciutto panini while my friend asks me questions that 17 sent us. You might get some tea, you might not. Stay tuned to find out. This feels a little bit chaotic and not good. So we're gonna open this guy up. Cheers. So the reason I picked a mozzarella prosciutto panini is because I actually don't know how to cook basically anything at all. And I figure there's gotta be other people who can't cook. So I had my friend teach me how to make this super easy, simple thing to make that you can make at your own home as long as you got a panini maker. Or I'm sure you can make it without one. You don't need a panini maker. Anyway, should be super easy. So we're gonna give it a go. So of course, prosciutto is essential. So first up, we got prosciutto to start things off. Of course, some baby arugula. We got some tomatoes, because of course, duh. And then we got some cheese, some mozzarella, per the name. And I think that's all we're gonna need here. And we need some bread, of course. Got some bread, and of course, the olive oil. And how could I forget? Dino salt, cactus pepper. Those are essential, actually. You cannot make this without the dino and the cactus. Sorry. All right, now that you got all your ingredients in line, it's time to get started with some bread. We're going with sourdough here, but you can actually get whatever bread you want. This is sourdough, right? Yeah, I know what bread it is. I purchased it from the store myself. The most fun / best thing that I've done during lockdown has had to be making my debut EP. I'd written it over the last 2 years, but I finally had the time when the world stopped to put it all together and get the final cuts done for all of it. So I would say that had to have been the most fun, best thing that I did over quarantine. Real quick, I thought that was mold? No mold, we're good. We're fine. All right, so on your bread, you're gonna want to get your cheese, your mozzarella, and you're gonna wanna cut it up and do a few slices, however much cheese you want. Chef's choice. And then you're just gonna lay that out on the bread. Very exciting. Whilst I do that, I'm gonna be asked another question. I would say I'm more Ricky than Troy because Ricky was also written kind of for me. After I got the role, they changed it a little bit so it would be more geared towards me. So I would say definitely Ricky. I can tell you that there is 2 times the music, 2 times the dancing, 2 times the drama, 2 times the fun. I think people are gonna lose their minds when season 2 comes out. I know I lost my mind when we got to watch all the dance numbers and songs. Woo! What a roller coaster. What about Princess? Rapunzel, because I was homeschooled and I was locked in my town. I'm just kidding, no. Disney prince that I identify with the most? I feel like none of the princes have any personality at all. You know? What about the dude from Enchanted, James Marsden? I like that guy a lot. He's fun, but I don't really know anything about him. Where are all the Disney Prince movies? I'm just kidding, we don't need that. Flynn Rider? Yeah, sure, I would say Flynn Rider. So Princess is Rapunzel and Prince is Flynn Rider. That sounds good. After you have cut up your mozzarella, you're gonna wanna grab your tomatoes and cut them up in a similar fashion that you did your cheese, and lay them across the bread. Pretty difficult stuff here. My favorite TikTok dance / trend. I really love the Billy Joel Zanzibar dance. That one's great. I love that song. I've loved it since I was a kid. It's the most underrated Billy Joel song. And my For You page is literally flooded with people doing the Zanzibar dance. I haven't done it myself, but I do enjoy watching it and mainly just listening to that song. So there you go. My dream music collab would have to be the one and only Harry Styles or Ed Sheeran or Casey Musgraves or Adele. So this should be all available now. Cool. An instrument I want to learn next is the trumpet. I just recently got a trumpet. It's a 1971 trumpet. It was a gift. So I got to learn that one. That one would be fun to throw in a song, you know? That'd be dope. Trumpet. Okay, hold on. I'm struggling cutting this. I'm really bad at cutting. Please don't judge my skills or lack of. That's good, right? You just plop that guy in the top. I feel like really thick. I'm doing very poorly. Not for hire as a local chef. This feels a little bit chaotic and not good. It looks terrible. All right, so once you got your tomatoes all done up, ready to go, you're gonna wanna hop on over to the prosciutto. Pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to cut it up, just take it out and lay it out evenly. Next question, please. The best part about recording my EP was the fact that I was able to play 6 instruments throughout. I played 3 instruments on each song, I think, so it was super fun just like jumping around and figuring out, you know, the bass line and then spending a few hours figuring out what the piano will be exactly and then hopping over and, you know, laying down a ukulele part or, you know, whatever it might be. So I would say that was the most fun part, was just like throwing paints at the wall and like experimenting with all my different instruments. When have I had to rely on common sense? That's a great question. Lots of times, if not all the time. I think I had to rely on common sense when it came to figuring out what song to release first, because Common Sense was actually the first song that I posted on my Instagram. And it was one of the first songs that I wrote that I really loved. And so to me, it was just common sense to release Common Sense. Boom. Question answered. Oh, by the way, we've done our prosciutto now. And that seems like a healthy amount. Camera B, you see that? Feels good to me. So we're gonna put the prosciutto away. And of course, get to the baby arugula. So let's get to it. We'll answer another question. Something I will never regret. What a great question. Deciding that I was gonna audition for High School Musical, because I almost didn't. And I would definitely regret that if I hadn't. But yeah, I was this close to not going to my audition. I called my manager and I was like, this is ridiculous. I had a super packed day and I was like, I'm just not gonna go. And she was like, absolutely you are. She was like, there's no way in hell I'm letting you go home. You are going to this audition if it's the last thing you do. And I was like, ugh, fine, I'll go. And here we are now. So make sure that you plug in your Panini maker, pending you have one. That's obviously an essential step. To let it warm up so you can get to cooking. One thing I will never do again is sing the wrong way. I've been singing the wrong way my whole life. And I've finally been taking some lessons and having these crazy breakthroughs. And I'm learning all the ways in which I'm not properly breathing. I'm not properly doing any of this stuff. And it's blowing my mind, and I can't believe it took me this long to learn. But now that I know it, I'm never going back to singing the way I used to, because I basically wasn't singing. I had no idea how to sing until about 3 days ago. I'm actually not kidding. So that. Dream date is a impulsive flight to Paris, where we spend the night in the nicest hotel with room service, and then the next morning we take a train to London and skip around town for a beat. That sounds like a solid date for me. So after you've done your baby arugula, you're gonna wanna get some olive oil, like maybe a cap's worth, and drizzle that over your panini. Got a cap's worth. You're gonna wanna drizzle that on there. And voila, you're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, better not forget, like I did, about our 2 friends here that are the finishing touch. So of course, however much you please, a little dino salt. Come on, there you go. And then some cactus pepper. And that looks good to me. Now we're gonna fold over the sandwich, and as soon as the panini maker is ready, we'll throw it in and wait 4 minutes for it to be done. So while we wait for it to be ready, I'm going to be asked another question. What do I look for in a girlfriend? What a great question. Obviously, chemistry is important. I'm very much somebody who likes to like mess around and like have fun. Mess around isn't the right word. Like joke around and have fun. And like somebody who's like spontaneous and like wants to do things and wants to travel. Honestly, somebody who wants to like learn and grow. Somebody who's like driven and really into like self-improvement and all that fun stuff. I don't handle heartbreak. I distract myself. No, I don't know, man. Sometimes you gotta just listen to some Adele, watch a sad movie, and look at old pictures. But, you know, I'm still figuring it out. A secret talent that I have is the ability to play the guitar on my right hand, or I guess the left hand. I learned it the normal way, and then a few people kept saying that I was like Shawn Mendes, which is an excellent compliment. But I was like, how can I do something that what can I do that Shawn Mendes can't do? And so I spent a little bit of time learning how to play guitar on the other side. Guitar in the kitchen, baby. All right, so you got your normal. That's the normal guitar playing. Then you go over to this side. Hey. Clearly I'm great at this. Let's try it again. Hey, it's just not as smooth, but I can still do it. That last chord is always so hard. Oh! Anyway, it's a party trick that doesn't really get much attention. There's my little hidden trick thing. Smile for the photo ID. And while you're waiting, don't be shy to have a dance party. Hit it. You've been waiting for falling in love. Baby, you don't have to wait on me. Oh man, this one's so good. I love this one. 'Cause I've been waiting forever. Man. This is such a good song. Just the singer is just so good. Shout out to Nick for committing to the bit. Thank you. If you've been waiting for falling in love, oh, caught in a bad romance, oh. TikTok trend. All right, it's been 4 minutes-ish, / whenever you feel it's great. So we're gonna open this guy up. Whew. Let's go lives here. Panini. There you go. Boom. There's a Panini, folks. We're gonna let this cool down. Looks pretty good to me. Actually looks pretty garbage, but no, that looks pretty good. That's a solid Panini if you ask me. All right, it's feeling a little cooled down now, so we're gonna take a bite. Cheers. Ooh, it's dripping. It's dripping. Not very good. It doesn't taste great, if I'm being honest. Maybe I just had a rough bite. Oh! Okay. Woo! Alrighty. That's freaking hot. And it doesn't taste great. I think I just didn't place it out very well. I don't know. I feel pretty ashamed that I can't even make a panini, but you know, we tried. Hopefully your guys' goes better than mine does. So anyway, well, thank you guys so much for sticking with me while I made this panini. Let me know if you guys are gonna do it at home. And actually, if you do, you may as well throw on my EP, Joshua Bassett, in the background. And you can listen to it, and it can be your cooking music. You can have a fun cooking dance party night. It'll be a blast. I can't wait to hear all about it. Be sure to subscribe to 17, and also have a good day. Mwah.